Today's episode of Sound 101 is dedicated to my parents because they don't know what I do after 14 years of being in the industry. I think they think I'm some kind of director. I don't know. What we're going to talk about today is how to be a sound mixer and what does that actually mean. The first thing to do if you're going to be a sound mixer is when you get the set, grab yourself a cup of coffee. That is going to be the most important meal of the day. It's during that cup of coffee that the sound mixer will mark up their sides, cross-reference the call sheet and assign wireless channels. It's also the time when the first scene's metadata gets added to the sound report in the sound recorder. This metadata will allow the editor to know which audio tracks are which, as well as any other kind of notes that are added, like terrible sounds from a garage next door. The metadata is the most important thing you do outside of actually mixing audio. An editor doesn't know what to do in post if they think one track is something and you kind of switch it around throughout the day. Keeping good solid metadata is actually going to make post-production like you more, and that's how you're going to get hired again. The second most important thing you can do is make friends with the script supervisor. Throughout the day, you're going to be taking notes. A director may want to call for a circle take, and they may also want to roll back and shoot another scene. You can get kind of lost. It's pretty easy too, especially if you're jumping around a lot. The script supervisor will mark that down, but it's also your job to mark it down on your logs. Some sound recorders will actually let you add a circle take metadata to the audio file itself. A tip for getting a script supervisor on your side: hand them your best pair of headphones when you're passing out the COMTEKs. And while we're on the subject, let's talk about COMTEKs. They don't always sound the best, but they are one of the most critical parts of your job. Making sure the director can hear the actors wherever the director wants to stand on set is important. If you're working on a TV commercial, most likely it means you'll be handing out a lot of COMTEKs to all the people at the ad agency and the client team. Knowing how many COMTEKs to hand out to the client all gets worked out beforehand, and that's something that the sound mixer is also responsible for. So we've covered a lot of the more random stuff that you may have to do as a sound mixer as you kind of juggle your day. That has also have to be managed along with recording audio and wireless microphone frequencies that we use on set. Oh yeah, wireless microphones. I should mention some of that. You also have to make sure that your microphones that you're using don't sit and hurt the other wireless microphones that you're using, and they're crossing channels and you get ghosts in your signals. That's also part of your job too. On top of all the wireless listening devices you have to do, along with your boom op headphones and the feed, you also have to make sure all your microphones have been scanned, you have the best frequencies selected, and you have to balance all that with each other on top of all the stuff that you have in the air, like TV signals that you're having to fight. It's a good day. This is what separates the true sound mixers from PAs who have volunteered to hold the boom pole for a shoot. A good sound mixer will be able to juggle all of this and not sweat too much. That's what you have the coffee for. In later videos, we'll go over the theory of the signal routing for all the COMTEKs and everything else, along with how to set up your kit to have a boom operator to help you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications when we have new videos coming out, and in the comments down below, tell us the things that you do as a sound mixer that I forgot to mention. I'm Andrew from Deity Microphones. Thank you for watching.